Run CNC without complicated control knowledge. Easy setup with PNCconf of Linux CNC. Hey guys, I'm here again to talk about Linux CNC, which is indispensable for CNC machines. I recently set up a Linux CNC for my 5-axis machine and was able to get Linux CNC 2.9 installed on a Raspberry Pi 4 and a Mesa 7C81 running through an SPI connection. So I decided to make a video on how to set that up. Also, this video is part of a DIY 5-axis CNC machine project. The whole process from the planning stage is a series, so if you are interested, please take a look.
Hey freak, maybe some of you haven't heard of Linux CNC. So can I explain it to you in a nutshell? Linux CNC is an open source, high-performance numerical control program that allows you to control your CNC machine.
Hi Angel. Yes, you are really beginner-friendly.
Aren't I? I'm everyone's idol. People often say to me, "You look like Angel." So, didn't I make a similar video a few years ago?
I did make it, but I found the latest Linux CNC 2.9 ISO image for Raspberry Pi on the official Linux CNC page. When I tried to set it up again using that, the previous method didn't work, so I decided to show you the new installation method. Furthermore, starting with Linux CNC 2.9, new support has been added to PNC configuration. Among the updates, the most notable is the compatibility with the Mesa 7C81 board. The Mesa 7C81 is an excellent FPGA-based I/O board designed to work seamlessly with Raspberry Pi, generating pulses and PWM signals. With this new support, setting up the 7C81 has become easier than ever.
I see what you mean, so tell me more about it.
Okay, I'll start with Linux CNC installed on the Raspberry Pi. I show you how to install it in another video, so please watch that one. The motion control board I'm using this time is Mesa 7C81.
Hey freak, I've been wondering why we need a motion control board and not just a Raspberry Pi.
That's a good question. I guess it might be a little confusing for beginners. The Raspberry Pi is a small computer called an onboard PC and is not made specifically for Linux CNC. CNC machines require real-time control, unlike other types of software. To achieve real-time control, a software called a real-time kernel is used, which sends commands with high speed and precise timing. A real-time kernel typically operates with 2 threads. This can be likened to a metronome, controlling the timing. One thread operates at 1 millisecond intervals. This speed can be handled by the CPU of a Raspberry Pi. However, the other thread operates at 50 microsecond intervals to generate pulse signals. This speed is extremely high, making it difficult for the Raspberry Pi CPU to handle. Therefore, specialized hardware, such as the Mesa 7C81, is required. The Mesa board is equipped with a pulse generator that can produce high-speed pulses, which are difficult for the Raspberry Pi to handle on its own. The 7C81 board is one such example. Additionally, controlling a CNC machine requires connecting multiple signal lines to transmit the pulse signals to the motors. It is also necessary to connect safety devices such as limit switches and end-stop sensors. However, the number of GPIO pins available on the Raspberry Pi is insufficient to connect all of these devices. Therefore, expansion boards like this are essential. The 7C81 board has plenty of pins, making it fully capable of handling these requirements.
I see. I understand now. But you are great. You've never made a PowerPoint presentation like this before. I wonder if you were motivated by explaining things to a beautiful angel like me.
Angel, that's completely wrong. You can think you're beautiful all you want, but the real beauty is the beauty of a person's heart. And your heart is full of evil. Like this. My heart is simply a beautiful heart. Like this. that I am willing to go to great lengths to explain in a way that is easy for the viewer to understand. Please subscribe to the channel of Freaks with Beautiful Hearts.
Hey freak, so you're saying you want me to send you to heaven right now?
No thanks. I still have things to do in this world. Now let's start with a specific setup. First, we'll wire the Raspberry Pi to the Mesa board. This method of signal exchange is called an SPI connection. The SPI connection is not stable with long wires, so the key is to make it as short as possible.
Are these wires included with the Mesa board?
No, you have to provide your own wiring, since neither the Mesa board nor the Raspberry Pi are dedicated to Linux CNC. So you need to read the manual and choose the appropriate wiring and components you need. Let's start with the steps to boot Linux CNC and enable the SPI connection. How to enable SPI connection? 1. Open a terminal and start configuration. Enter the menu config command to open the configuration window. If there is no kernel item, update your system first. 2. Enable SPI. In the kernel configuration, look for the SPI item and enable it. Delete the commented out hash and save it. The performance mode in the governor settings forces the CPU to run at its maximum clock speed. For Raspberry Pi with SPI connections, this ensures stable and high-speed data transfer, reducing latency and improving real-time performance for tasks like motion control with Linux CNC. 3. Reboot. You must reboot the system to make the settings take effect. After rebooting, you should see that SPI is enabled when you check in the terminal. If it shows like this, it means that the SPI is correctly connected. Next, I'll install Mesa Flash.
What is Mesa Flash?
It's a special software to rewrite the firmware of Mesa boards. The firmware is a program to control the board, and you can expect stable operation if you use the latest version. Besides, you can change the pin configuration by switching the firmware. Now, I'm going to install Mesa Flash. Actually, I've already installed it before taking this video, so the terminal will show already installed. But if it's your first time, the installation should start here. Next, I'll download the firmware for the Mesa board from Mesa's official website.
Hey freak, this board is relatively cheap, right?
Yes, it is. The Mesa 7C81 is more affordable than other Mesa boards. That's one of the reasons I chose this board. There is one caveat, though. There is now a Raspberry Pi 5 on the market, but this board only supports up to Raspberry Pi 4.
Isn't that something that can be supported with a firmware update?
Probably so, but I don't know yet. If the 7C81 becomes officially compatible with the Raspberry Pi 5, I'll be buying a Pi 5 myself. And I'm sure the Linux CNC forums will be talking about the Pi 5 and 7C81 working together, so it's good to check the forums for progress. Okay, now that the download is done, I'm going to unzip the firmware. But you may not have the software installed to unzip it, so install it additionally if you need it. When you are done unzipping, let's check out what's inside.
What kind of files are in it?
When you unzip, you'll find a bit file and a pin file. Bit file, the firmware that will actually be written to the board. Pin file, a text file that contains the pin configuration of the board. By opening the pin file, you can see the settings for GPIOs, encoders, PWM. In stepping motors, choose the appropriate firmware for the application you want to use. I chose this one. Type in the command to write this firmware and it will be installed on the board. Now you are ready to go. Next, I'll proceed with the setup using PNC Config to configure the Linux CNC.
So the real configuration finally begins.
That's right. Here comes the actual configuration process. When you start PNC Config, you need to select Create a Configuration if you are configuring for the first time. Once you have created a configuration, you can edit it by selecting an existing configuration file.
I seem to be getting some strange messages. Is everything okay?
There doesn't seem to be any problem. Let's follow the instructions. If the M2 folder doesn't exist, make one. This will prevent the message I just got. Now I will use the configuration I have already set up. First, decide on a name you like. Set the axis here. I plan to set up 5 axes, but since the PNC configuration only supports up to 4 axes, I will use 4 axes. I will edit directly with the file later. The servo period seems to be about right for starters from what I have been able to find out. Smaller decimal values are better, but too fast, and you will get instability and errors. The important thing is to make it stable, so the first step is to make sure there are no errors. If you are using a Raspberry Pi, you don't have to think about the settings here. Just follow this. Select an interface here. The most common interface is Axis. If you have no particular preference, Axis is fine. This is the Axis interface. Other settings vary from machine to machine, so you have to try it yourself. So far, my setup is okay for now. Selecting Include Custom PYVC PGUI panel allows you to add your own custom control panel with buttons, switches, and other tools to the Linux CNC interface. It's an easy way to customize the controls to suit your needs. Like this. Now that we have a 7C81 board setup, so we choose 7C81. Firmware also selects the firmware that you choose to install. In my case, I need one encoder for a jog wheel. One PWM is used to control the spindle. For stepper motors, I have a 5-axis setup, but I use 2 motors for the Y-axis, so that makes 6 motors. In addition, I plan to use another stepper motor for the coolant, so that makes 7. Press this when you are done setting up. Here, P1, P2, and P7 are header pins. I may revise this later, but I have chosen to configure the pins like this. When you first make your configuration, it's important to set up a home switch. If you don't have a home switch, just set the home switch velocity and home latch velocity to 0. This way you can complete homing without a switch. I don't give these settings much thought, but if you don't intend to edit HAL files, make sure they are set properly. This is the end of my setup for now. Let's see if Linux CNC starts. It was successfully activated. Then homing.
Error before homing. What does this mean?
This is because when I set it up before, I set the home switch to be on when it's not pressed and off when the switch is pressed. So by default, The switch is already pressed and I get an error. Edit the configuration again. Switches on and off. Now I can do homing correctly. Once the configuration is made, I'll send signals to motors and switches to check if the settings are correct. Let's start by checking the stepping motor signals. The signal for the stepper motor is functioning correctly. Let's also check the direction signal for the stepper motor. This signal determines the rotation direction. Next, let's check the PWM signal for the spindle. It's working fine too. PWM is a technique that mimics analog output by varying the on-to-off time ratio of a digital signal. That completes the minimum setup. This is the end of this video. As part of the DIY 5-axis CNC machine project, I've been working on setting up Linux CNC. I've already uploaded several videos related to Linux CNC, so if you're interested, be sure to check them out. Looking ahead, I'm planning to upload a final video summarizing the overall Linux CNC setup process. With that, the Linux CNC related videos for this project will come to an end. If you are interested in this project, I suggest you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos. If you empathize with my project, why don't you become a member and support this channel? There are a few benefits, but as long as you are a member, your name will appear at the end of the videos as a patron. In other words, you can be a part of this project. So, please look forward to the next video.